So, everybody is impressed with ordination papers now, and scholarships, and all these things, And the Lord doesn't use the wise of the world. He uses the foolish things to confound the wise, the base things that are despised in this life, right? That's who God uses. That's who He used in the New Testament. He used the working class, fishermen, carpenters, tax collectors. John the Baptist came out of the wilderness wearing camel's hair and eating wild locusts and honey, just to confound, to stifle people. And that's because the Lord puts the emphasis on the word, not on the person delivering the message. And more often than not, the people that are delivering the message are not going to be looked at as qualified by the religious world. Look at all the prophets. Nobody believed them. And they were despised and hated and put to death in most cases. And look at Moses. Moses had such a hard time getting the point across and speaking. He asked the Lord to use Aaron to speak for him. Because God puts the emphasis on His word, not the person delivering it. And He uses things that people that technically other people wouldn't presume to be qualified, because Jesus Christ is the rock of offense and the stone of stumbling. And look at Balak, the son of Bozor there. He used a dumb ass to speak to him. He used a donkey to rebuke this guy. And I remember a time when my daughter was about 8 years old, and we were driving along, just me and her, and she was sitting next to me in the front seat. And I was saying something that wasn't right, and she replied with something so profound and so wise that it was an impossibility for an 8-year-old to come up with this. And she was dead quiet after I don't remember what it was. Gosh, I wish I could remember. But it was dead quiet after she made this statement, and I knew that it was from the mouth of God Himself. He spoke through this little girl, right? And that's just being a child of God. You have that discernment to hear the Lord's voice, because that's what He proclaimed, that His sheep would hear His voice and they would follow Him, right? But if you're not a sheep, you're going to put all the emphasis on how good the person looks, how well they speak, how nice how beautiful they are, right? Because the devil appears as an angel of light to deceive people. He appears as a beautiful, wonderful person, and that's in part why I get so irritated with these pastors on there that they make a show out of preaching. It's almost like an act or a play, and they speak like this. God is gonna deliver us from I mean, what is the point of that? It's showmanship. You gotta get people to believe, I mean, give me a break. That's not how the disciples acted. That's not how, and spare me. Gosh, I've been a minister for about, maybe 15 years now. And the Lord ordained me to be a minister. I know this. I'd bet my life on it. I'd put the life of myself and my family on the line for this fact, because I just know that the Lord is continuing His ministry, which He passed down to me from my beloved pastor, Francis Bomer. I received that revelation one day. And I refuse to go get ordination papers, to pay somebody to give me a piece of paper that says that I'm qualified to preach. I absolutely refuse to do that, because I'm not interested with man's approval. I think that's a wicked thing, honestly. And, who's the one passing out the qualifications? These these undercover Jesuit colleges that pretend and fool people into thinking they're actually Christian. And this is the problem we have today, is they're teaching these guys to be performers and actors and to sway people according to their performance. And that's why the Word of God is being rejected in Christianity much of the time today, because people have been trained to put all the emphasis on the messenger and not the Word of God. So that's just some thoughts in that area, and one more thing, I guess. There's a lot of people going around professing to be prophets and apostles, These went like this woman pastor, Catherine Crick, and she's an apostle. I mean, you gotta really be have an overabundance of confidence. In my opinion, it's just pride to be calling yourself an apostle. But whatever. And it's all about performance. And, the scriptures say that if they walk not according to the word, there is no light in them. Because the devil appears as an angel of light. He appears very holy. He will sway people with performance and lead them away from the word, right? And so anybody with 200, 300,000 subscribers in this wicked day and age, I have serious doubts. I have a question mark. They have to prove themselves to me that they are actual ministers of the word. And they can prove that to me by proclaiming the word and holding to the word and not exalting themselves, and making it all about themselves and their followers. And remember, the Word of God is a rock of offense and a stone of stumbling. And only few there be that enter into the gates of heaven by it. Many take the broad way, which leadeth unto destruction. Many depart from the Word of God, right? And these false prophets and these false pastors are the ones responsible for causing God's people to stray, So I don't know, that's just some food for thought.